Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're giving you our Week 2 fantasy football starts and sits for the Thursday night football game between the New York Giants and the Washington football team. We're here to help you make all the right decisions on who you should have in your lineup and who you need to get out of there. Let's start this fantasy football podcast right meow.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Fantasy Football Upside. I am Justin. Kyle's bobbing up and down like Kyle does. Thanks for dropping by our Fantasy Football podcast
we're talking about
YouTube
football.
channel. We're talking about football?
We're talking about football. We're talking about fake football.
Right. Well, we're talking about Week 2 football here because today we're hitting you with the Thursday night football starts and sits between the New York Football Giants and the Washington football team. Yeah. So ahead of the Thursday night game yesterday, we hit you all with our waiver wire ads for Week 2. Check that out in the description below and where Kyle points. Because
I believe it's right there.
There might be a couple people that are still out there that you may have an opportunity for. So definitely check that out in the description below.
Maybe a tight end or something, you know?
Maybe a tight end.
Maybe. Yeah. Hey,
maybe
while you're
a wide
at it,
receiver.
Yeah, if you like a couple doofuses that are talking about fantasy football, want to hang around the whole season, click that like button as well as the subscribe button. And you
talking about us? What are you talking about? Doofus.
Yeah.
Doofus.
Well, myself. You know, if you also click that bell after you click that subscribe button, guess what? You're going to be notified of the most important recording of the entire week, right? Not just for our channel, but for all of YouTube. Everything, right? It's the pregame live stream, Sunday pregame. That's what we do on Sundays. And I think we got it dialed in. We got it figured out. I think we got it set. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, a little bit different. And we're going to answer all kinds of questions about weather when that actually applies, right? And we're going to talk about who should be start, who should be sat, who's going to be missing, some surprising healthy scratches. Yeah. Got it. Hey, if you weren't paying attention, you might have missed out on some information that we brought. You know, we'll help you tinker just a little bit. You could drop your question right in there. You could drop your question in the comments down below. You could drop it in one of the next few episodes as well, and we will answer those questions. Or if you're at the pregame live stream, you can put it right in the comments right there. All right, so we are on to the Thursday night game. Let's dive in headfirst into the shallow end and get moving on this one, right, Justin? We have the New York Giants at the Washington football team. All right, their stadium is a literal sewer, right? That they're playing at. I mean, it's bad. It's bad.
That's so bad.
It's so bad.
That's so
I think it happened
really
before
is a bad
the game.
Stadium.
Right? Oh, it's terrible. But you know, what are you gonna do? I mean, the owner's he's suspended for what, like 6 games or something? What is it? I forget. 8 games, maybe. I don't remember how many.
Snyder.
Yeah, he's suspended for failing to like stop sexual harassment in the workplace or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he probably partook. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate. It sounds like he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So on to the better stuff, right? I suppose is the Giants starts and sits. Daniel Jones. I've got him as a start, but I'm only starting him in 2 QB and Superflex only. I don't think that he's anything special, and I think a lot of people are realizing that. He's no Josh Allen, right? So yeah, move on. I've got Devante Booker and Saquon Barkley as flex, right? It's not great to see Barkley being limited. And now with a short week, you have to imagine that he's not really going to get a whole lot more opportunity thrown at him this week. If he wasn't good enough for Sunday, he's probably not good enough for Thursday. I can't imagine they intend to do that, especially when they can give him a longer rest. They're going to give everybody else a longer rest as well. They get the mini bye week, right? And then we've got Devante Booker. If Barkley is limited, then Booker is the lead back. And what will that be worth against a good defense? Not a whole heck of a lot. But I guess you can hope. Maybe he'll find the end zone at some point or something. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of faith in them running one in unless a wide receiver manages to get the ball near the end zone, because I don't think that this running back group is going to be great. Daniel Jones might vulture. You know, there's a whole kind of host of issues there.
Right. Yeah. Kyle, I want to mention something real quick. So, seeing as though this is a Thursday night football game, we always say put people in your flex that are later in the games. we're saying flex, but
but that's the value. Like if
that is, there you go.
Yeah. We're saying that if you do, we're saying they're flex value, but you're going to put them into the regular spots rather than the flex spot, because that's you need to keep that as long as possible so that a late scratch, which happens, you're able to fill it in and fix it. All right. Kenny Goliday and Sterling Shepard are both starts for me. Goliday saw a smaller amount of targets than you would have hoped to see, but he was being focused on by the defense. So there is that. Washington football team isn't going to make it much easier for him because that defense is solid. That's going to keep them in most games, and they want to shut down the pass more than anything because they want to keep the games lower scoring, especially with Ryan Fitzpatrick going out, and is it Taylor Heineke, I think, is going to be starting, right?
Yeah, boy.
All right. And so, Sterling Shepard, he was the beneficiary of the attention that was paid to Goliday, I think, by the defense. Probably he's going to be TD dependent in most games, but he could put up decent yards with defenses focusing on Goliday. So he's kind of a sleeper right now, a little bit. Yeah. He's not on many rosters, and he's also not the focus of this of most defenses as well. So I think that he's a guy you could really go and grab and plug and play in a flex spot, but obviously you're putting him in wide receiver 3 slot to get that done. Nobody else is starting for me. I'm not starting Darius Slayton. He got nicked up. Not starting Kadarius Toney. He's a rookie, and he's going to have to prove it for me for a little bit longer before I'm willing to put him in there.
Too.
Yeah, he's still hampered by a lot. Evan Ingram, still out. Ryan Izzo, who I don't think he had a single yard. I don't know. So I'm just like, at this point, this is such an anemic offense. I don't know what their plan is here or what it was, other than let's go get another high pick. What are they doing? So that's where I'm at.
They gave Kenny G a lot of money, so we'll see.
But why? I mean, what are they going to do with it?
It didn't make any sense.
No.
They could have used that money elsewhere. But I mean, I'm not saying Kenny Galladay's bad. It's just it just didn't make sense.
No, not for what they needed.
No. All right. For the Washington football team, you mentioned our boy Taylor Heineke. The guy is a gamer, man.
Yeah.
It's hard to start him in a non-super flex 2 QB league.
Was he down in Carolina for a while? With Rivera? Was he there?
Kyle Allen was there. Taylor Heineke was legit. Like,
I think he was like, I think they carried 3 guys that year, and it was when Cam got hurt. And they had Kyle Allen, but did they have Heineke, or am I only thinking of when he was backing up Smith last year?
I only remember from starting or backing up Smith last year. It was a story where he was going back to college, and they brought him back from going back to college.
I don't think he was going back to play, but
No, well, that's not usually.
That's kind of what the insinuation is when people say it. Like, I don't know, he's going to go back to college, just AAA. He's dropping him down to AAA ball. Hopefully he makes it back up to the bigs.
Not quite. But it's still just hard to try to start him, even though it's a guy that you...
why are you going to start him?
No.
Who else are you picking up off the waiver wire, or who's not available on your waiver wire that isn't a better alternative?
That's what I mean. Like, if it's a super flex, then maybe. Because, if Fitzpatrick's going to be out
really
for 8
thin
weeks,
and you lost Fitzpatrick, sure.
He provides a decent rushing floor. If the playoff game against Tampa Bay last year is any indication, I think he had like 60 some odd yards on the ground.
He looked good in that game, dude. He looked good in that game. I liked it. He made it a game. He made it a game.
I mean, he was like one of those big old lunch pail kind of guys. He was definitely a high motor. That's for sure out there.
He was deceptively fast.
Extremely deceptively fast.
Yeah.
Wait, that sounded weird. Alrighty. Going on to running back Antonio Gibson. We're going to start him, but keep an eye on the practice participation. He was limited in practice, which technically for the Monday, it wasn't actually a practice. This is just an estimation by the team of his participation in this one. So it's kind of confusing, but
don't be afraid of it. He's going to play.
Yeah, it was a shoulder injury, or that's what they were listing him as. It was just because he was carrying the ball so much. But one quick note, man, J.D. McKissick, he was used very seldomly. He's a sit right now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't drop him in PPR leagues, but you could probably drop him in non-PPR.
It's so weird. The way that they used him during the preseason is exactly the opposite. So what were they doing? I don't
know, like throwing the whole league off. I mean, trying to play some 4D chess against everybody's checkers or something.
So make him a late cut. I don't know.
Yeah. Terry McLaurin only saw 4 targets, but yes, he's a start. Did you start your studs? I foresee
Never heard
this
of him.
change with Taylor Heineke. He's going to get more than 4 targets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going on a big limb there, Kyle. And then I don't have any other wide receiver right now as starts, but another guy that is basically a wide receiver playing tight end is Logan Thomas.
Oh, he's a QB playing tight end, but also plays like a wide receiver. Yeah.
He probably has, who knows?
I don't know. There may be some fullback in his background. I don't know.
You never know. A little H-back, a little bit of that action. A little bit.
Ran the wishbone in high school. I don't know.
Oh, boy. Or a Spider 2Y banana, Kyle. Only 3 targets in week 1 for Logan Thomas, man. So that was rough.
That's disappointing.
But he 30 yards and a touchdown. So in the tight end world, that's
no mule.
Potential week winner.
No mule, 30 yards, a touchdown, and a mule.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I look at it as Logan is the number 2 option in the passing game behind McLaurin. So
right now,
going to start him, of course.
Right now. Yeah,
that's all I got, man.
Yeah, I think that's about it, really. This is a powerhouse of a game right now, right? I mean, geez, oh, Pete. The NFL repeatedly demonstrates how much they hate Thursday night football, but they get money off it. So they're just like, we like it. We're just not going to give you a good game. We don't care. We're going to keep that for our premier broadcasts. So, yeah. I mean, even like a mediocre game, toss a bone. It's a primetime game. Why do they treat it like
I'm going to like to watch this. I'm going to like to watch this because of Taylor Heineke.
Yeah.
Truthfully.
He was exciting.
I want to see what he can do.
That was an awesome game in the playoffs.
That was a fun game to watch last year in the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there was some doubt there as to whether or not the Buccaneers
were going to pull. His team was extremely behind him.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I remember Chase Young running down the sideline to pick him up after he threw a pass into the end zone or something like that and got knocked out of bounds. So it was pretty cool to see.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys, that's going to do it for our Thursday night start sit episode. Hopefully that is helpful for you. And, if you got these guys, make sure they're not in your flex spot, even if we've said they are a flex, unless it's a super flex, right? You're going to keep a QB in the super flex regardless of when that's happening. So you can do that, but I would still probably put that QB into your starting QB spot over the super flex spot. So you keep that open for maximum value later on if there's a reason to that a guy gets scratched. So, all right, that's going to do it for that. Next time, we will be talking about our starts and sits for the rest of the week 2, and we're going to break that up across 3 days. And then, like I said before, we've got the Sunday pregame live stream raring to go. Make sure you're subscribed and that you've clicked the bell. That way you're notified, or follow us over on Twitter, because we will notify you over there as well when we are getting ready to fire up the live stream and have a lot of fun. Talk some stupid stuff, right? Yeah, let's do it live. Let's do it live. All right, guys, we'll talk at you later. Bye.
See ya.